All right, welcome. It's still the journey to ICPMLW. ICPMLW is the International Conference for Pastors, Ministers, Leaders, and Church Workers. This year's ICPMLW will be happening September 5th to September 7th, 2019. If you have not registered, I would suggest that you go to www.insightsforliving.org/ICPMLW. My name is Emmanuel Macaulay Afemike.
And I am Jenny Awa. You're welcome. You can join the conversations on all our social media platforms at ICPMLW 2019. The venue is the Covenant Place, right beside the National Theatre, Iganmu, Lagos.
In a bit, we'll be talking with Pastor Taiwo Lemoshe. We'll be right back. Welcome back to this edition of the Journey to ICPMLW. We have with us Pastor Taiwo Lemoshe. Welcome so much.
Thank you so very much.
It's really good to have you here.
I'm glad.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so very much.
Okay, now, ICPMLW, the International Conference for Pastors, Ministers, Leaders, and Church Workers is coming.
Yes.
You have attended the previous ICPMLW. What key principles would you say you have gotten from the previous ICPMLWs that can be adopted, in the body of Christ?
All right, thank you so very much. Two principles I actually learned and I've adopted. Number one, the principle of staying true to the word. We're in the days where a lot of things are flying here and there, especially on social media. And a lot of people are so confused today because some basics that we have always known, some basics that we built, the Christian work is built on. They are being challenged everywhere, and a lot of people are being sifted here and there.
True.
Well, I've learned that you have to stay true to the word. It might not be what people like now. It might be being a lot of things are being debated now. But well, we stay true to the word. That's what the word of God says, and then we stay true to it. And the second principle I learned and I've adopted is a principle of accountability. The fact that for many of us who are young senior pastors and what we call independent ministries, that are not denominational ministries, because we feel that, well, I started the ministry, it was me that God called, I can do whatever I like. But I've learned that, yes, even though God called you to start an independent work, but you can still be accountable to people. People who have gone ahead of you, so you don't dishonor them. You are accountable to them. You learn from what they have done, even though they made some mistakes. We learn not how to follow those mistakes, but we don't come and announce the mistakes of the fathers to the world. Because we might make one or two mistakes along our journey, and then we don't want the next generation to come blow upon our mistakes, because we all learn, we stumble along the path. We all learn along the path. So those two principles, I've adopted them, and I'm working with them.
Wow.
Great.
Pastor Sam Adeyemi will be speaking on building systems. So how relevant is that topic for ministers today?
Well, let me just first say that, well, Reverend Sam is my father. He ordained me to ministry. Systems are very critical to ministry. No system, you can't go far. The fact is that church has gone beyond, I'm anointed, I can preach. You need systems, because a lot of things are now intertwined with preaching. So before you go to minister, a lot of things must have happened at the background. And so you need to put systems in place, or else you are going to wear yourself out. Systems will make your work easier, will give you the best output with little input. And then the fact that system leverages on the gift of other men to make you be able to have a better output on there. So systems is very critical. That was what Jethro taught Moses. Moses had a work with God, but never had systems. Jethro brought in system, and systems will make you have a multiplier effect. So Moses went further, he did better. He was able to rest. I tell people in our church, if I'm to arrange the chairs, I'm to play the keyboard, I'm to sing, I'm to do the ushering, I'm to check the children, I'm to check the toilets, I'm going to run mad.
Yes.
I can't do 52 Sundays, I'm dead. But I just come to church, everything is set, I preach, I go.
Makes the work work perfectly.
So why would God give the gift of men if you think you can do it alone? Even God said, let us come together.
So that agreement, that synergy is very important in ministry. Yes. Now, as a previous leader on campus, what would you say certain people that are moving into ministry should carry? Looking at ICPMLW, what should they learn? Transiting to ministry, full-time ministry. What should they have at the backs of their mind?
It's a lesson they must learn. because campus ministry is different from outside
Very
ministry.
different.
On campus, you have people whose school fees is being paid. Outside, you have people who have to pay rent and have issues in their marriages.
Have
People who are waiting on the
kids.
Lord for children.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things. But there on campus, you have people that just say yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, because they have no need, and everything is set.
Taken care of.
So it's different. You just must wake up from the fact that this is different from what you do on campus. On campus, there's coerced obedience. Everybody just respects you by default. But here you are questioned and queried. And then because everybody bows before you there, does not mean outside there they will bow for you. So you just must understand that it's a different ball game. And as you are transiting, you must now learn what happens outside. And that's why I tell people, you see, people have gone ahead of you. It makes the work easier for you if you can just learn. How did this father arrive there? I don't copy methods. I follow principles. So what your method might not necessarily work for me, but what I can get is, what is the principle behind this method? If I can deploy that principle, it works for me. So because campus is a ready market. Let me use that word market. Students are there. Admission, people come in and then they flow into your fellowship. But here, the fact that you have a church does not mean people will come there. You'll be shocked that people come from all the way from a far distance to Iganmu. You know how many thousands of churches they've passed through. So if you don't have the substance, you must have the substance. Campus, whether you have the substance or not, they will come. But here, no substance, nobody's going to show up. So you must just learn that it's a different ball game, and then take off the cap. Thank God for what God has done. Use it as a leverage to build what you want to do now. But learn the new rules here. The rules are different.
That are applicable outside the campus.
Yes,
Are you looking forward to this year's ICPMLW? And what are you
As a matter
looking
of fact,
forward
I was meant to be in a conference in Uganda. I begged them and cancelled it because I have to be here.
Wow. Now that's an important bit. Everybody should plan to be here.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for talking with
My
us.
pleasure.
It has been amazing.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
I appreciate you.
All right then. Welcome back. This is still the journey to ICPMLW. You have heard it. Pastor Taiwo made mention of the fact that principles are very important, and also made mention of the fact that this year's ICPMLW is something to look forward to. So if you have not registered, you can still go out and register via the link www.insightsforliving.org/ICPMLW, and of course follow us on social media at ICPMLW. Don't forget the date is September 5th to September 7th, and it is happening at
The Covenant Place, Iganmu.
Okay, so we'll just round this up today, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the event. All right then, bye.
Bye.